Okay, there are three parts of IELTS speaking. Part one is called introduction, where examiner will ask you some basic questions all about you. Like, myself questions, favorite color, shopping, family, and all that. So there is a list of questions we'll give you and you can practice from there, right? In part one, your answers should be short, to the point, according to the question. When you answer the first, second question, you will understand how much does the examiner demand from you, like the sentences and the length of your answer and all that. Once part one is over, examiner will say, we now move on to IELTS speaking part two. By saying this, examiner will hand you a topic, like we have given you the topic. So examiner will give you a topic with pen and paper, because in speaking test you are not allowed to take any stationery, wristwatches, mobile phones, recording devices. They are not allowed. Okay, so examiner will give you the topic and then pen and paper, and then examiner will say, you now have 1 minute to read the topic. You can take some notes if you want to, and after 1 minute you will have to speak on this topic for 1 to 2 minutes. The first thing is, as you read the title of the topic, you need to decide immediately whatever you're going to talk about. Don't decide it like you're thinking, okay, I'll talk about that. No, I'll talk about this. No. Decide immediately. After that, the second thing you need to discover from the topic is that whether the topic is in present, past, future, or 1 point is in past, 2 points are in present, 1 point in future. So you should see this all very, very carefully, because you don't want to speak in the wrong tense. Some people say when they give you the topic for speaking part two, you can describe the past of the topic, present and future. All wrong. Some topics you find there you need to use only past tense. For example, describe a place you visited. Now, when they say describe a place you visited, how can you talk about future and present? You will just speak about that place in the past tense. You will describe that incident when you visited that place. So you need to understand the topic, and after that the tense of the topic. And then the next important point is, when you write down the notes, remember in 1 minute you cannot even write one paragraph. So do not try to write sentences. Do not try to write paragraph. In the topic, they will give you some bullet points. For each bullet point, you have to write a point. Or you call it like one bullet point in the topic and one bullet point you are going to make against that. And that bullet point should be more like a heading. Sometimes if you know the heading, you can write the rest of the things. So write your headings in such a way that if you read the heading, it gives you the ideas to express on that very thing. So write 2 to 3 headings, one main thing, and after that, when examiner says after 1 minute, you now have to speak on this topic for 1 to 2 minutes, you can just start and speak. And one more thing, in actual exam, you don't know in part two whether 1 minute time is over or not. So speak on and on and on until you are interrupted by the examiner. Allow the examiner to stop you. Don't ask the examiner, ho gaya ek minute? Yeah, is it done? Right? Or you just see? No. Just allow the examiner to stop you. And by the way, if you try to stop before a minute, examiner will give you some signals like this, so then you need to go on. Okay, but I would advise you to go on and on and on. And after 1 minute, actually talk time in part 2 is 1 to 2 minutes, but usually after 1 minute they stop you, or after 1 minute they can stop you anytime, and there is no negative marking on that very thing. Once your speaking part 2 is over, examiner will take back paper from you, topic from you, okay, and the pencil from you, and then examiner will say, we now move on to IELTS speaking part 3. In part 3, they will ask you some questions which may be related to your cue card. Why I'm using this word maybe? Recently, 2 to 3 students of mine, they appeared in IELTS test, right? Like today, it's 15th July 2022. So they appear in their IELTS test on like 8th July, 7th July, and like that. They said in speaking part 3, there is a variety of questions, and these questions are not even related to cue cards. Now I tell you why and how they ask you these questions. If examiner is not clear about your bench score, If examiner is indecisive, for example, examiner cannot decide 6.5 or 7, like in football, we have penalty strokes at the end and all that, okay? So then they will ask you some extra questions on different topics. So don't worry about that they asked me so many questions. Like one student appeared, she said, in part 3, they asked me around 10 to 15 questions. And then she said, my speaking test went on for more than 20 minutes. Okay, so no need to worry about anything, all right? So you just need to answer every question confidently. If they change the topic, if they ask you variety of questions, that's perfectly fine, because now instead of asking you questions on one topic, they ask you questions on different topics, because students cram their answers. Like there are some speaking books and their speaking topics have been leaked through those books. So students cram those topics and they give memorized answer. So in order to break that pattern, examiners will ask you one question from another topic, second question from another topic, third question from another topic, so that they see you have not memorized any answer. For IELTS speaking and IELTS writing, never memorize any answer. In part 3, they will ask you some questions. These questions are the category of questions. Number 1, opinion-based questions, where you have to give your opinion about something. Number 2, comparative questions, where you will have to compare past with present, present with future, or two things in present, one thing from the past, one thing from the present, like city life, village life, life 50 years ago and now, and all that. So comparative questions. The third one is prediction. They will ask you some questions where you have to speculate about future, where you have to talk about future after 20 years, after 30 years, and all that, okay? And these type of questions, opinion-based questions, comparative questions, prediction type of questions, they will ask you, and around 5 to 6 questions normally they ask. Now, how to answer? Very simple. The way you answer your questions in speaking part 1, like I've given you that 3-step formula. Step 1, answer the question directly. Step 2, elaborate your answer in 2 to 3 sentences. And step 3, conclude your answer in 1 sentence. So in the same way, you can handle the questions in speaking part 3, but make sure you are using right sentence structure. If the question is a comparative question and you got to compare past with present, so make sure you use past tense when you're talking about past and present tense when you're talking about present, okay? In part 3, actually, in speaking part 1, they check your band score from 1 to 3. Band score 1, 2, 3 in part 1. Part 2, they check your band score 4, 5, 6. And in part 3, they check advanced level 7, 8, and 9. And then they give you your average band score out of these 3 sections. Okay? All right. Thank you.